Alicia. Thank you everyone for coming together this evening to celebrate 50 years of our dad's achievements.
No, I know this is trouble.
It seemed like just yesterday that our dad had a full head of hair.
Nevertheless, we admire him for keeping his head high through the good times and the bad. Like the time I got accepted into Johns Hopkins, and the time he paid my first semester's tuition at Johns Hopkins. In fact, we look up to him so much that we try to imitate him in pretty much everything. We pursued engineering.
We talked to each other about the good times back in Montana.
We stopped growing.
We made up our own lyrics to the songs on the radio.
And we laugh at our own funny jokes. Because our friends, don't laugh at them.
Ask anyone and they can attest to our dad's hearty laugh being one of his defining characteristics. Our dad knows how to instantaneously brighten up any room with his laugh. When he comes back home from visiting Hyderabad, Siddhubai, my dad's brother, always says that even all the neighbors become sad that he's gone because his laugh is just that loud. This is also consistent with his philosophy on life. He has taught us how to enjoy everything we do. Well, because if you're going to do it, you might as well have fun doing it. At least, that's what his logic was when he explained it to us.
He is always reminding us to think like an engineer, and to think with logic as opposed to emotion. Back when I was a naive young golfer, I would hit a few bad shots and I would get frustrated like Tiger Woods. But my dad was wiser than Tiger Woods. He would come up to me, and even though I was disappointed, he would make me laugh, and immediately I would start to be playing better. He has shown me the power of a positive attitude. He's definitely the glass half full kind of guy.
Some moments like these have really stayed with us throughout the years.
Of course, we also remember the bigger moments. Our favorite part of every year is when we get to go on vacation.
Mainly because we get the royal treatment of first class through his hard-earned American Airlines Executive Platinum status.
Not only that, but we get to stay in luxury hotels and really just enjoy the ride because he plans every single last detail. He even packs the backup for the backup of the navigation system. But we worry that when we go on vacations of our own, it won't be any fun because we won't have the Executive Platinum American Airlines.
Sometimes our friends look at us and think we're lucky brats because our parents don't make us get jobs and we basically get anything we want.
See, what they don't know is that our dad is actually really smart, and he has bound us through a verbal contract.
When I'm rich and famous, I will be buying him an electric Ferrari. When I agreed to this, I really did not think they'd already be in existence.
Future time.
Future time.
Future
time.
And I will be buying him a house in the Monterey Bay Pebble Beach community. Yeah, so we're still looking for loopholes in this contract, but right now we're counting on his memory getting worse with age.
As of now, the only thing that's been changing is his perception of his own cuteness.
Every year we have to listen to him talk about how much cuter he has become.
glass of tea and he's like, oh, nothing, I'll stay up with you, it's okay. And then 15 minutes later, he's asleep on the couch. But I really enjoy that. I'm glad he stayed with me.
Yes, but sometimes he's not so cute. Like when we get in trouble. I can't even begin to count how many times we get in trouble for not being neat. We don't live up to the standards of His Royal Highness.
If you come by our dinner table, you'll see his trail of folded napkins. My auntas, my dad's sisters, always recollect how whenever they went to their grandparents' house, my dad was so concerned about keeping the bus clean that he wouldn't let them eat anything the whole way there. By the time they reached the house, they'd all be upset because they were so hungry.
The food at his grandparents' house must have been really tasty, because unlike normal people, my dad, as he gets hungrier, he becomes even pickier. He doesn't seem to have that evolutionary survival instinct of just eating when you're hungry. My dad is a much more advanced species.
Sometimes I like to think he travels so much because he thinks he's a spy. He's obsessed with James Bond movies.
They have done a good job, kids.
It was really difficult to keep this party surprise from him, with all his questions about, oh, why did you move this? Why are you meetings? Should you be at school? Should I work from home too? But then I think about how my mom has to pack him parathas and snacks for his business trips, and somehow the picture of a spy munching on chugwa just doesn't seem right.
He is so lucky to have married our mom. Among all of her great qualities, more importantly, she's a 5-star quality chef. I wonder if there was a cooking test involved in the marriage proposal process.
I can see it now. Top Chef, wedding edition.
As much as our mom is a top chef, her skill is still no match to my dad's honesty. This is one of the qualities we really admire in him, and we strive to be honest in every facet of our life. Despite the amount of trouble he will get in with my mom, if he doesn't like something that she has made, he has no reservations. He'll tell her. Luckily for all of us, this only happens once in a blue moon.
That's all right.
That's another thing he has taught us, to overuse outdated cliches. I don't think anybody in our generation uses the phrase, once in a blue moon. But thanks to our dad, we don't even realize we have said it. That is, until someone looks at us oddly.
Just recently, our dad tried to convince us that the boonies is actually a term that's still used widely. He would stop any random person on the street and ask them if they knew about the boonies.
It's the occasional embarrassing thing like that, which sometimes causes us to pretend that we don't actually know him.
I don't know why we look alike. I've never seen the man before. This must be a coincidence.
Recently, he gave me a new nickname, and it's Nanny. So, one time, I was waiting for him to pick me up from school, and I didn't notice that he'd already come into the parking lot. So, to get my attention, he rolls his window down and he screams, Nanny! Everyone was looking around like, who's this Nanny kid? Unfortunately, I was the one who had to answer to that.
On a more serious note, our dad is the best. He is the most genuine and caring person. He has taught us to prioritize family and friends, to be there for the people when they are in need,
and to celebrate their successes. We are the way we are, and we've accomplished what we all have because of him. Thank you, Daddy. We love you so much.
One day, we hope to raise children that will never let yours.
Happy birthday!
everyone missed that part, don't you?
Okay, so we have some recordings from India, and my dad's mother and sisters wanted to also say a few words on this occasion. So first we're going to play a message from my nana, my dad's mother.
చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి చాలా నా పైన ఎక్కువ ప్రేమ. నేను బయట కాలేజ్ వచ్చేటప్పటి లేకుండా అమ్మ ఎక్కడా అని అందరినీ అడుగుతూ ఉంటుంటే అయినాక బలరాము ఎక్కువ చదువుకోడు చిన్నప్పుడు. అయినాక ఎవరైనా రిలేషన్స్ పోతే బాగోవాలని మర్యాద చేసేది, విచారించుకునేది అన్నీ చేస్తారు. అయినాక నాకు మెడిసిన్స్ అవి ఏం తీసుకుంటావు ఏమైనా అడిగేది. అది ఎట్లెట్లా తీసుకోవాలనేది అదంతా నాకు వచ్చినప్పుడల్లా అన్నీ చేస్తారు. ఇప్పటికీ చాలా ప్రేమ ఫోన్ చేస్తాడు, మాట్లాడుతూ ఉంటాడు. నన్ను వాళ్ళ నాయన్ని అంత బాగా అప్పుడప్పుడు ఫోన్ చేస్తాడిస్తూ ఉంటాడు. ఇంకేమైనా చెప్తామా? హ్యాపీ హ్యాపీ 50th బర్త్డే అని చెప్పు. అయినాక మా బర్త్డేకు మ్యారేజ్కు ఫోన్ తప్పకుండా అట్లా చేస్తాడు. ఎక్కడైనా తను టూర్లకు పోతుంటే మొదటే చేసి ఇట్లా పోతానమ్మా అని చెప్పి చేస్తాడు.